Hello everyone. Today we'll be checking out the Coil Rocket Voltic. Of course, it is based on the regular Voltic, which is based on the Tesla Roadster and Lotus Elise, I believe. However, this is free this week, which is pretty cool. And as always, I'm gonna get on the customization. I'm gonna make this clean as possible. But just look at how crazy this is. And also, one thing you gotta keep in mind is that you cannot customize this in your regular garage if you have a personal garage. So unfortunately, you have to customize this in a public, uh, LS Customs here. I did not really make a custom plate for this specifically, but I feel like making this all black, so that's what I'm gonna do. And I usually do not do matte colors, but this time I kind of feel like doing that, so I'm gonna do that. So let's just make this all metallic. And for the suspension, like the regular car, you can get this pretty low regardless. And this is the only place where you can add, engine modifications, unfortunately. But that's okay. And for the wheels, I want to do something different. I know this is going to be a little controversial, but since the car's already kind of crazy, I thought might as well do something like this, like the turbine, or, let's see, the conical turbofan, maybe? I feel like it fits this style. But I kind of like how this looks, so maybe, you know what, I'll go for this instead. Of course, you got your usual tire lettering, but I don't feel like doing that, so.
These tires are hardcore.
Let's see. Should I paint these black? Let me see. I'll just leave it as is. And for the windows, you can tint this, but you don't really have much to tint. Maybe this area up here. But you know what? That looks kind of unique, so I might as well do that. It looks like that's everything. Unlike the regular coil, you do not get any cosmetic upgrades, which is pretty strange, but understandable. Obviously, you will not get the wing on this, but that's alright. So let me show you how this performs. Oops, can't have the radio on. Alright, so let's see how this performs in a public area. Pretty, pretty good boost. But the overall car's performance is a lot similar to the regular coil, so it's still pretty good. It's still adequate, but it's not great. You know, it is based on a car from 2013 that came in the base game, but that's alright. I'm sure many of you won't mind. And also, this is electric with a rocket engine hooked up to it, or a jet engine. Man, that's just so cool.
Jesus! Psychopath driver. Hey! Right!
Alright, let me find somewhere to review this, or to give it a closer look. But overall, I love the sounds. The performance is alright, as I said, it's not the best, even with the engine strapped to the back. But you know what, I'll stop over here. Just give me a sec here. I'm sure this spot is fine. Now let's see what opens here. So you do have your motors back here that power the car and the batteries, which is pretty nice. The texture quality isn't high as you'd expect since this is based on the older car, but that's okay. The interior, you do get a few changes here, which is pretty nice to see some more buttons and dials. And you even got different seats right there with seat belts, I guess you call them, and more buttons back there. A nice roll cage. And the part we've all been waiting for, of course, this crazy engine. It's pretty interesting. I'm sure some of you, might have more information on this, on what it's based on, what you call some of the parts right there. But overall, I mean, it's a pretty cool car for free. And since it doesn't cost you a penny really, and the customization is very cheap, I still recommend it. It's something unique, it's different. But anyway, that's all I got to say for today, and I hope you enjoy.